Oh, okay. My name is KhortianPatterson, KhortianPatterson. My major is Spanish and Religious Studies with a concentration in pre-med.
Tell me more about your experience at the university. What have you been doing in the university as a university fellow? Just kind of give me a little background.
The first semester, we looked a lot about personal growth, personality. We did personality charts and figured out how we best worked as individuals and what leadership is, and kind of prepared us for our black belt involvement and the rest of our involvement in the university. Our second semester, we talked a lot about wow, can I just go back? Okay. Our second semester, we talked a lot about what we wanted to focus on in the black belt and what areas the black belt, or Marion specifically, needed in their community, what different projects have been done. And we had people who are other fellows and professionals in the university come and speak to us about their expertise and influence us and help us to develop our own projects.
Where are you from again?
Houston, Texas.
So how was the adjustment to Tuscaloosa coming from a big city like Houston?
It was a culture shock, but I like it a lot. It's definitely smaller, which is what I wanted. And coming from Texas, I didn't want to go to a university where I was just a number in the crowd. And so being a fellow and being in the honors college definitely has helped me to stand out more and be more of an individual. And yeah.
Now, this experience in Marion, you've been doing it for a week. Tell me about the project you're working on. Let's assume you haven't heard anybody else talk about it.
Okay. I am teaching a class with my partner Stephen Beckton called Deconstructing the Myth of Absence, where we teach African American history and culture that hasn't normally been taught in the American school system to Miss Robbins' 8th grade reading class. We're presenting them with materials from like Olade Equiano and Willie Lynch, and just materials that they haven't seen before and will help them to develop their identities as African Americans who are going to be in society.
Why is that important? Developing that identity.
It's important to develop their identity and know their heritage so that they can see the different things that are happening in society and know that for sure they are African Americans who are strong in their heritage and can see the disparities that are happening in their community and can work with them with a strong sense of who they are and staying true to themselves.
Did you develop that based on your reading in your college classes, or how did you know about this and even bring it into a class like this?
I took a class, an African American lit class, last semester that definitely broadened my perspective by showing us this literature that I have never seen before, some people that I've never heard of before, and it showed me that since I didn't learn this in my high school and middle school years, why am I learning this now? Why did I never learn this before? And it definitely made me feel like I had been disenfranchised a little bit by the American curriculum in the school system by not learning about African American history, which is definitely an integral part of American history. And so that definitely helped spur this project to help 8th graders know some of these things before they go into high school and spark a curiosity for them to continually seek out to learn this information.
When they finish their program, the class you're teaching, and they finish the school year, how do you recommend that they continue to seek out and learn this information?
Well,
Resources that you're suggesting?
we are going to bring in some community members. We hope to bring in Robert Turner Jr. and some Marion quilters who lived through the civil rights movement. And so we are pushing the community as a resource and for them to go out and talk to community members to learn about the heritage and the history of Marion as it pertains to African Americans, and so they can see where they came from and have support for their future.
Now you're going to go into medicine, right?
Hopefully.
How does this help you become a better medical professional?
It definitely helps me be able to identify more with people, and I think healthcare is really kind of furthering from the care side and more towards the science side. So learning more about my heritage and where I come from, it pushes me to be a better person and do better in my studies, but also it pushes me to it pushes me to seek out the histories of other people and know about them on a more individual basis and a more humanistic side than just seeing them as science.
Can you be a doctor and not really know about the culture of your patients?
I personally don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible, and this is why I'm studying religious studies, because religion and culture are definitely infused, and I think it's a continuum that they work off of each other. And so I'm studying religion just because I can definitely understand people on a cultural basis and a religious basis, and it tells me how I can best serve them as a doctor, how I can best approach them in their health care.
Anything else you want to add?
No, thank you.